Guys, I'm talking about grace. As people, we carry different graces. There's something you can pitch to someone, and instead of the person buying what you are pitching, he will be so angry with you that you are trying to rob him. And then that very thing, I come and pitch it using my grace, using who I am, using my perspective, using how I see to communicate what you try to communicate, and the person signs up without wasting any time. I mean, yesterday we were sitting with a young man in a meeting in a boardroom, and then he was sharing with me that there's this client he's been trying to introduce to the business we are busy with, and he couldn't. And he took my recorded presentation, sent it to the guy. Instantly the guy signed a bought a smart contract for 100,000. So basically he used my grace to unlock that person, and I love it. I'm aware that when I explain something, I paint so much clarity because of the grace God has granted me to understand in a specific way. So these graces, we all have them as people. They're in different levels and degrees. And what's important is this: if you invite me to come and use my grace, maybe to speak to your group of people, and at the end they do what you wanted because of my grace, the only fair thing to do would be for you to thank me. And this is where I see many people who are small-minded in business don't understand. They expect to use your grace and walk away with all the spoils. Imagine, they tried to do that business, they tried to close the person, they failed several times. After they close the person using your grace, they don't expect you to get anything out of it. This is where the concept of intellectual property comes from. Anything that you produce, any thought, any creativity, any business approach, anything, any painting, any song, anything produced by you, you have IP over that content. No one is supposed to use it without your permission. And after he uses it with your permission, the only honest thing to do is for the person to come back and say, thank you. Your grace has opened the door for me. Here is something for you. So this is the right way of doing it, because we all carry different graces. And in business, in ministry, when you a pastor, you invite me to come and talk to your people, one thing for certain, I will show them what we are not able to show them for a long time. And for that very purpose, it is important for you to honor me, for you to give me something in return, to thank me for being able to take my grace and help your people to see in a certain way. So this is what being a unique person is all about. This is the impartation and the exchange we are all doing. There are those who are ahead of each and every one of us. When I meet someone who's ahead of me and I take advantage of their grace, I make sure I leave a seed. Actually, this is how I've traveled through life. I've given dangerous seeds. I've given people millions. Just giving someone R1 million to thank him for his grace. And shortly after that, I will see that very grace I was honoring operating in my life. I will see the grace for business operating in my life, because when I met a certain businessman who was ahead of me at that time, I recognized what he carried. So it's important for us not to be scavengers, searching for information of other people without unwilling to recognize the graces they carry, unwilling to share with them what they help us to catch. So I thought, let me just share with you, you have a grace. When someone invites you to go and execute something for him, the only honest thing to do, that person must honor you. I'm not saying you must go 50-50 with the person, but the person has to honor you. That is how exchange takes place. But the scavengers who search free information, download people's information to use it for their own profit, unfortunately, those people, no matter how they make, they are always dry. this man is unable to clean them because they're scavengers. A scavenger cannot shine. So let's honor people's graces. I'm always available to come and help you to catch big fishes. But at the end, you have to honor me. When you go with someone, at the end, he has to honor you. I believe this opened your mind. You know, I get so many invitations of people who wants me to mentor them. And the ones who are sound, they would say to me, please tell me, how much is your mentorship fee? That's the question, the first thing they say. How much do you charge? And then scavengers, when they come, they don't ask such questions. They will just come to find out where are my free sessions. They just want everything for free. Don't be free-minded. Free has no value. Are you aware? Zero has no value. Anything you want for free has no value. I remember when the Lord taught me that anything of value, I have to pay with it financially, emotionally, and by faith. Those are the three currencies you use for things of value. Financial, emotional, and faith. That's how you acquire things of value. So guys, have a blessed weekend.